very happy International Women's Day to all our sisters, mothers, and all workers who are women in agriculture. And among all the sectors in which women play such a critical role, I think the most under noticed and undervalued is their role in agriculture. Many people are not aware that today, in some crops, something like three-fourths of all the work that goes to producing a kilogram of that food is done by women. In fact, many experts now talk about the so-called feminization of agriculture. But when it comes to decision-making roles, women find themselves in the last row. And most of the decisions about choice of crops, choice of technologies, marketing of the produce, pricing, everything is done by men. How can we bring women center stage in the role that they so critically perform in agriculture? And I believe that unless we recognize the centrality of women's role in agriculture, we are not going to be able to achieve the goal of sustainable agriculture that we talk about as critical for the next few decades and to meet our food security needs. So I'd like to see three things happen on this International Day of Women in 2022. Firstly, I'd like to see our government in India announce a phased program of giving women joint titles over land. This one step is a critical necessity to, as I said, bring women center stage in a decision-making role. Secondly, I'd like to see our dynamic agri-tech sector develop technologies which are specifically designed to reduce the drudgery of women's work in agriculture. Most of the agriculture machinery designed today is catering to the needs of men. And I think it's high time that we started to develop machinery specifically designed to address women's needs. And thirdly, I'd like to see women play a more critical role in institutions across the agriculture value chain, which starts from cooperatives, farmer-producer organizations, marketing committees, and also all the other advisory and administrative bodies that govern agriculture. Unless we take at least these three basic steps, I don't think we'll be able to see women in the central role that they deserve in agriculture. Thanks.
Individually, we are all responsible for our own thoughts and actions, all day, every day. Let's together break the bias. Together we can forge women's equality. Let's break the bias.
Will you actively call out gender bias, discrimination, and stereotyping each time you see it?
Together we can break all the biases across the International Women's Day.
Knowing that bias exists isn't enough. Action is needed to level the playing field.
Collectively, we can all break the bias.
We will help break the bias.
The bias in our community.
Together, we can forge women's equality.
The world that is equitable, diverse, and inclusive.
Cross your arms to show solidarity. A world free of bias, stereotypes, and discrimination. Whether deliberate or unconscious, it makes women difficult to move ahead.
We can break the bias in our schools, colleges, and universities.
Imagine a gender equal world.
We can break the bias in our workplaces.
Will you help break the bias?
Together we can all break the bias on International Women's Day and beyond.
Together we can all break the bias on International Women's Day and beyond.
Will you help break the bias?
Are you in?
Cross your arms to show solidarity.
Individually, we are all responsible for our thoughts and actions all day and every day.
Together, we can forge women equality.